what do you think we can do as an industry? We all talk about 100,000 people aren't coming back and, talent shortage, but what can we do as an industry to make the sector, more appealing? What can we change? How can we get more people seeing it as a career choice rather than just, pink, fluffy stuff that maybe it was seen as?
I think, you've got to sort of capitalize on what it is and, creating experience. Anyone who has any sense of interest in, I guess, making people happy or improving their lives should consider events, because that's what it is. And I do often think back to my motorsport days and working at Sandown in particular, when my job title was race director, and I was in the race, and you would be a bit of a showman about it. So the drivers would arrive, the group, it was a stag party or a corporate do for accountants or whatever. You would greet them at reception, and then you'd be a bit of a showman, take them through to the briefing, and they'd show the video briefing, and then you would, explain with a bit of personality how it would all work, and you get to know them, get on their level. They go out, have fun, and afterwards on the microphone, you'd be there, you had the champagne shower and the trophies, and it was a great experience. That used to give me such a buzz, and, loads of other people who did similar jobs as well. And I think that if we want to attract people to this industry, we need to make it clear that, you are going to make people's lives better. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we are about legacy. I mean, we like to talk of this game about what we contribute financially to the UK, which is a very important thing. Let's not be under any illusions about that. We do create a hell of a lot of money for this country, and it's a very successful industry in its own right at generating income and the whole rest of it. But it can regenerate cities. It will create a level of knowledge exchange that isn't found anywhere else. And at every level of the events industry are people facilitating that and making that happen. It really is about making a difference. And whether that's in operations, whether that is in AV and production, whether that is in hosting, whether that is in marketing services, or even sales, you are part of something that really is about creating experiences. And we all want experiences. Experiences are never going to go away. We all want experiences. That is almost an assurance throughout life. So the events industry is a great outlet and an opportunity to get into that sort of environment. That has to be the focus in my view.
Honestly, I could listen to you talk like that all day. I think I've just got visions. That's going to be our promo. We'll put lights around you and music. And
please.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, it's so interesting as well. I mean, I don't know if you saw before, we had Miguel and Faye and Meg and Julius, and the same sort of messaging comes through about that. We have to do more. And I can't remember who mentioned it, but it's that stop with the barriers. Like junior Progco, we want 3 years of experience. Someone's applied for a job, you don't go back to them for 4 weeks. Someone's interviewed, you don't go back. Like we've got to stop. We can do all the stuff you're talking about there, which is great. And then when they come in, we go, oh, right, they're here now. Right.
I think it's also, well, I think, I'll add, it's also an opportunity for people to have a pop at a second career. Don't forget, right now, there are, people, in their 50s and over who, for one reason or other, have decided to leave their previous career or whatever else. So they might be quite happily and rightfully enjoying their retirement, or they might fancy doing something else. Then there is an events job for them, and they will have a bit more fun. I mean, it depends, everyone's different, but someone in their 50s, their life experience might have been perhaps more of an office or a clerical based job. And perhaps they might want the opportunity to maybe do something a little bit more practical, to do something a little bit more fun, and in some contexts, maybe even a little bit more carefree, if I may be so liberal with my words. But, I think that there's a huge group of people out there as well who might be interested in a second career. And I think events could be a perfect match for a lot of them.
I think you're so right, especially about the over 50s. And we've talked about this before with awards and things like that. But that whole sort of, excuse me, that whole they'll get bored, they're too senior, that, it's like, well, hang on, there's a whole lot of people there. It's the only discrimination that people say. You'd never say, oh, that person's a bit too female. you know, but people say, oh, they're a bit old. It's like, well, hang on, that's discrimination. But age seems to be something that everyone's comfortable with. I don't know. I did write a really nice blog on that, which got some stuff. Well, I say I ghost wrote it.